Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching this video. I'm actually doing a real video rather than a presentation, and I'm actually doing something a little different. Usually I do videos on tattoo removal systems. So I started with a Boreline cream, a tattoo removal cream, and then I moved on to this picosecond pen. I'm actually a little behind on the picosecond pen. I'll post that video later and I'll explain why I'm a little behind, but I'll get back to that series in just a little bit. What I wanted to do today was actually admit something to everyone in hopes that it will help you make a decision. Now, during the pandemic, when we were on lockdown, I was really bored, as I'm sure a lot of you were. And I decided to do the tattoo removal. If you want to hear that story, you can go and check out my other videos. And then I bought the picosecond pen, but during that time, I was so bored and I was so sick of working online that I decided to try this intense pulsed light, so IPL hair removal system. Now, I'm not a very hairy guy. I don't really have a problem with my body hair, but being bored, it really made me curious as to whether this works or not. So I ordered it and I tried it, and I'm going to share my results for you in case anyone is interested in buying these IPL devices. Now, similar to the picosecond pen, the Neatcell picosecond pen, I bought this from a Chinese retailer. So let me show you the different sides of the box. Here's the product structure on the back. And there's that information for you. If you want to pause the video and check out that information, you can. Let me go ahead and open the box and show you what's inside. So this is everything you get in the box. We have the main device here. We have these glasses that are supposedly supposed to protect your eyes from the flash. We have the charger, of course, and then we have these instructions that are written in Chinese. They're also written in English in the back of the manual. And the English isn't bad. It's not as bad as the Neatcell instructions. And it comes with charts and everything you need to understand its operation. So how did this thing work? So basically the reason why I decided to do this video is because I'm throwing this away. I used this thing for about 8 months, and I was doing it a couple of times a month, maybe between 3 and 4 times a month. Now, there's different recommendations. I'm not saying this to tell you to do it that many times. It depends on your skin color, like how dark or how light, the color of your hair, your skin sensitivity levels. So there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. So I was able to adjust this so that my skin was never burned or cut in any kind of way. Now, I'm going to admit something to everyone. There are different settings here. So 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. And I tried the first setting the very first time that I got it. And I did, so I did my knuckles and my, kind of my just hand and like wrist area. There's a little bit of hair. Let me see if you can see that. Like I said, I'm not a very hairy guy. I also did my stomach area, which actually does have quite a fair amount of hair. I'm not going to show you my body here. Just trust me, there's hair there. And my nipples and my groin area, my ass, my buttocks, and I did my feet, my toes, because there's hair, like my knuckles, there's hair on my toes. Now, here's the embarrassing admission. I was so bored and so curious as to whether you could use this thing on testicles. Yes, I actually tried this thing on my balls. And so I started off with level 1, and I moved up to level, when I realized nothing was happening, I went all the way up to level 5. Now, here's the warning. I used level 5 on all of the places where I just told you. And I burned my balls.
No! God, please, no!
It really hurt. There wasn't any scarring or any bleeding or anything like that, but it was really painful. So I know a lot of men out there are curious whether they can use this on their testicles, and I'm here to tell you that you can, but level 3 was the setting that I found where it would work, but it didn't burn. So level 5 I would use on my entire body except my testicles and private area. And for that area I would use level 3. Now, why am I throwing this away? Well, after 8 months of using this 2 to 4 times a month, I'm just not seeing a lot of results. The hair, I admit, is becoming lighter. So it's not as dark and it's not as dense. The hair isn't as thick. So I do think that this thing works. Supposedly the Flash has capability of doing 9 million flashes or 900,000 flashes. I don't remember what it was. It was either 900,000, I think, but it was a lot of flashes. And I wasn't counting how often I use this thing. But after 8.5 months, I just decided that I've kind of had enough. There are name brand IPL devices on the market by notable, recognizable brands. And I think that if you're going to use an IPL for your hair, a lot of women use it for their underarms and for their lip, things like that. I saw on YouTube that one guy was using this with his beard, like on his beard. I didn't do that, but I did try it on my body. I did it around my groin area, and I actually applied this thing directly to my testicles, and it burned like hell until I set it to 3. So, do I still have hair on my body? Yes. Is the hair lighter? Actually, it is. So maybe if I continue using this thing for another 6 months, 6 to 8 months, maybe the hair will almost be gone. I'm not sure. But I'm going to throw this device away, and I'm actually thinking about getting a new one. Maybe a stronger one, or maybe even a name brand one, and continuing what I started, because like I said, the hair is lighter in the areas that I've done it, but it's just such a pain in the ass. You have to shave that area, and if you're a hairy guy, you know that it takes quite a bit of time. It would take me about 20 to 30 minutes to shave all the areas that I mentioned, and then I would have to get out of the shower and plug this thing in and then zap all of those areas, which would take another 30 minutes. So I would do this 3 or 4 times a month, and it would take about an hour, between an hour and an hour and a half. And it's just too much time for something that I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the hair on my body, but I know that some guys do have a problem with hair on their bodies, and some women, of course, too. So if you're looking to buy one of these from the Chinese retailer, I don't think there's a name for this. Usually these Chinese products don't have names. So yeah, if you see this box or if you see this kind of design on sites like Alibaba or other Chinese websites. Yeah, just take my advice and yeah, maybe buy a stronger one or a more reputable brand. That would be my advice. I paid about $30 for this. The devices that are made by companies that actually are famous for, you know, their beauty products, hair dryers, things like that, those go for around $300. I've seen some for $500. But if you're really interested in removing your hair, if you really want to remove unwanted hair, don't get this. Buy one that is from a reputable company. Don't bother with this Chinese stuff. And that's the reason why I wanted to make this video and admit to you something that's a little embarrassing, but yeah, I think it's okay. If you don't like hair on a certain part of your body, then you have a right to remove it. Whether it's your legs or your eyebrows or even your testicles. So whatever you want to do, just make the right choice. Don't buy this crap. Buy a reputable brand. I'm not being endorsed by any brands. That's why I haven't named any. But please don't buy this Chinese stuff. It's just junk. Okay. I hope that this was helpful. I'll get back to my tattoo removal videos very, very soon. In the meantime, I hope that this video was amusing. And I hope that you enjoyed the semi-live video rather than staring at a PowerPoint. So I hope this was helpful. If so, please give me a thumbs up and you can subscribe. I'm not going to do any more hair removal videos. So if you're interested in hair removal devices, there's a ton of videos on YouTube that you can watch to get more advice about some name brand devices. Okay? All right, everyone. Take care, be safe, and I hope you check out my other videos as well.